Once upon a time, Meghan Markle stood on the balcony of Buckingham Palace. Today, she's celebrating. A blurry Instagram story from Khloé Kardashian. No tag, no name, just a background prop in a Kardashian content dump. From royalty to reality TV background noise. How did it come to this? This was supposed to be Meghan's big Hollywood rebrand. Instead, it's the PR equivalent of being left on scene. Keep watching to uncover how one Instagram story, without a single tag, shattered the illusion of Meghan Markle's influencer power. Let's settle it in the comments. Who runs the stronger empire? The Windsors or the Kardashians? And which one would never let you back in once you're out? Meghan Markle had what most only dream of: a royal title, global fame, and access to the most powerful media channels on earth. But she traded it all for something glossier: Hollywood relevance. She didn't just walk away from the monarchy, she walked straight into the cutthroat world of celebrity branding. Her vehicle? A sleek lifestyle brand called, as ever, high-end packaging, luxe aesthetics, and Meghan's name at the helm. It should have worked, until it didn't. Desperate to light a fire under her faltering brand, Meghan made a move straight out of the celebrity PR playbook. Send influencer boxes to the Kardashian-Jenner clan. That's right, gift baskets stuffed with, as ever, wine and products were sent to the biggest influencer dynasty on the planet. Each basket was meticulously curated: premium packaging, photogenic layouts, luxury presentation. Meghan wasn't giving a gift. She was pitching a deal, disguised as generosity. The message was clear: tag me, post me, make me viral. In the influencer world, silence isn't golden, it's humiliating. Meghan Markle didn't just send a casual gift. She launched a high-stakes PR campaign targeting the most influential family in social media history. And what she got back was nothing. No gushing Instagram captions, no story unboxing, no "thank you, Meghan" comments. Just one photo, one flat, contextless image in Khloé Kardashian's 24-hour story reel. No tag, no mention, not even a hint that Meghan's brand, as ever, was part of it. Now here's why that silence is devastating. In the Kardashian universe, content is currency. These women are masters of brand alchemy, turning even the most mundane gift into viral gold. If they believe in something, they amplify it. If they don't, they ghost it. And ghosting in this case didn't mean ignoring Meghan entirely. It meant acknowledging her, just enough to remind her how irrelevant she's become. The post went up, but it gave her nothing. No algorithm boost, no credibility, no traffic. Worse, it wasn't even personal. It felt like filler content. As if Khloé needed a post and grabbed whatever was lying around. Meghan wasn't featured. She was background noise. That's a level of passive rejection most celebs would dread. And for Meghan, it wasn't just a missed opportunity, it was a flashing billboard that read, "You don't belong here." Not in their inner circle, not on their stories, not in the conversation. Because when the Kardashians don't tag you, it's not an accident. It's a verdict. Meghan Markle didn't just send a gift. She made a calculated play for relevancy. After months of lukewarm buzz around her lifestyle brand as ever, she decided to go big. If the media wasn't paying attention, maybe the Kardashians would. So she packaged her comeback not as a press release, not as a campaign, but as a glittering Trojan horse. Luxury gift baskets, hand-delivered to every member of the Kardashian-Jenner dynasty. These weren't thrown together influencer kits. They were marketing weapons. Think custom packaging, perfectly arranged aesthetics, curated wine, candles, everything chosen not for function, but for how good it would look in a boomerang. Meghan wasn't asking for friendship. She was begging for endorsement, hoping, maybe praying, that one of them would snap a photo, slap on a tag, and hand her brand the oxygen it so desperately needed. She wasn't trying to build slowly. She was trying to leapfrog her way into Kardashian territory overnight. And honestly, it could have worked. In a world where a single Kylie Jenner tag can sell out 100,000 lip kits before lunch, Meghan was playing the ultimate shortcut card. But here's the problem. When you send a gift that screams, "Please post this," and no one does, you haven't just missed. You've exposed yourself. A tag isn't optional. In celebrity marketing, it's everything. It's the digital seal of approval, the billboard, the handshake. Without it, your product might as well not exist. So when Khloé shared a photo of the basket but didn't tag as ever, Meghan, or anything at all, it wasn't a mistake. It was a deliberate move. It screamed, "We saw it, and we're not interested." Because in Hollywood, if you shoot your shot and no one even flinches, you don't look bold, you look irrelevant. When Khloé Kardashian posted that now infamous Instagram story, Meghan Markle's team likely exhaled. Finally, a Kardashian bite. But that relief was short-lived, because what looked like a win at first glance turned out to be a silent rejection broadcast to millions. There was no caption, no tag, no brand mention, no thank you, just a casual blink-and-you-miss-it shot of a gift basket, stripped of all context. It could have come from anyone, and that's exactly how it landed, with as ever erased from its own debut. Now here's why that silence wasn't just awkward, it was strategic. In the Kardashian ecosystem, everything is intentional. These women don't forget to tag. Their posts are prepped, filtered, branded, and monetized to the pixel. A missing tag isn't a slip-up, it's a signal. Khloé has built and sold brands. She knows the rules. And in her world, the absence of a tag is the influencer equivalent of walking past someone on the red carpet without making eye contact. But it gets worse. That post went up on Kylie Jenner's birthday, prime engagement day for the entire family. Millions of eyes on their stories, feeds, and shoutouts. Meghan didn't just get ghosted, she got buried. Kardashian followers who might have been curious about the aesthetic or product had nowhere to go. No clickable link, no call to action, no way to even figure out what they were looking at. Which means that Basket, Meghan's Hail Mary, vanished into the algorithm within hours. And in Hollywood, perception is everything. The takeaway wasn't that Meghan tried, it was that she failed. When you send gifts to people hoping for a public cosign and they don't even acknowledge your name, it tells the industry something brutal. You're not someone they want to be seen endorsing. That kind of silence doesn't just hurt your brand, it repels others from touching it. It signals to other celebrities, publicists, and tastemakers, don't waste your platform on her. She's not hot. She's not happening. She's not one of us. The moment the Kardashians collectively shrugged, Meghan lost more than a post. She lost momentum. She lost mystery. She lost leverage. Because once you've asked for the clout and been publicly denied, it becomes painfully clear who's at the top of the food chain. And it's not the Duchess of Sussex. Once the Kardashian silence set in, the real damage began. Not in the gift baskets, but in the perception shift that followed. Meghan Markle wasn't trending for her brand. She was trending for being ignored. Because in the world of elite branding, everything is optics. A luxury product without celebrity backing, still viable. But a luxury product visibly rejected by the celebrity elite? That's career poison. And Meghan's team knew it. They moved quickly, trying to spin the no-tag moment as a soft launch. Whispered narratives appeared in friendly media circles, suggesting the Kardashians received the products and that the relationship was being built organically. But here's the problem. Hollywood doesn't believe in organic when it comes to PR. It believes in performance. And this performance was a flop. Because let's be honest, if Meghan had secured Kardashian support, we would have seen it. There would have been a feed post, a story highlight, a glam shot with a link to purchase. Instead, there was a shadow, a whisper, a moment so small, only Meghan's team bothered to celebrate it. Behind the scenes, the Kardashian silence created a ripple effect. Other influencers saw it, brand reps saw it, and they quietly pulled back. Because now, associating with Meghan wasn't a flex, it was a risk. Why? Because nobody wants to publicly support someone the Kardashians just shrugged off. It doesn't matter if you're a duchess or a debutante. If the most influential media family in America ghosted your PR play, you don't look aspirational. You look desperate. Even Meghan's former supporters started to ask the uncomfortable questions. Why is she begging for validation? Why this family? And why does she keep trying to skip the grind and leap straight to relevance? It's not that she launched a bad product. It's that she framed it as a luxury brand worthy of elite cosigns, and then fumbled the delivery so hard it exposed her. And nothing kills a luxury brand faster than the stench of desperation. Because luxury isn't loud. It doesn't chase. It attracts. But when you're sending unsolicited gifts and celebrating a non-tagged story as a victory, you've crossed into a new territory. Not branding, not PR, but clout chasing. And in Hollywood, once you're seen chasing clout instead of commanding it, the doors that used to be cracked open start to slam shut. The deeper issue? Meghan doesn't grind. The Kardashians do. They're in the trenches daily. Sunrise photo shoots, brand meetings, constant social media engagement. Their fame isn't just built on image, it's built on effort. Meghan, by contrast, vanishes between launches. No consistent content, no behind-the-scenes hustle. just splashy debuts and long silences. Hollywood doesn't reward royalty. It rewards relentlessness. Meghan still carries the Duchess title. But in Hollywood, that's like flashing your college ID at a VIP club. Cute story, not getting you in. Influence here is measured in engagement, reach, and relevance. And next to the Kardashians, Meghan's metrics don't even register. In the royal world, titles open doors. They grant status, reverence, and centuries of inherited clout. You don't need to be interesting. You just need to be in the bloodline. But in Hollywood, that crown means nothing. You could be the Duchess of Sussex, the Queen of England, or the Empress of Instagram. If you're not trending, you're not relevant. Period. This is where Meghan Markle made her most critical miscalculation. She assumed that the prestige of her title would carry over. That being a former royal, a global media figure, and the wife of Prince Harry would give her automatic entry into Hollywood's top-tier influencer circles. But out here, titles don't translate. Traction does. And in the Kardashian-dominated universe, your clout isn't measured by your past. It's measured by your present. How often your name trends. How many DMS your brand gets. How quickly your followers convert to buyers. How many millions watch you without being told to. Meghan brought a crown to a numbers game, and those numbers don't lie. The Kardashians didn't build their empire on aristocracy. They built it on hustle, timing, algorithms, and consistency. Say what you will about how they got there, but they earned their influence on Hollywood's terms by staying visible, viral, and relentlessly on brand. Meanwhile, Meghan seemed to think she could sit out the grind and still stay in the conversation, and the industry noticed. Because Hollywood doesn't care how many royal banquets you've attended. It cares how many people click your link. It cares about data, engagement rates, follower loyalty, merch conversion. Celebrity in this town isn't inherited, it's earned daily. And when you stack Meghan's metrics against the Kardashians, it's not even close. Kim posts about a lip kit. It sells out in 30 minutes. Kylie drops a skincare line. It breaks the internet. Meghan posts a photo of wine, and half her inventory doesn't move. Even Meghan's remaining influence feels retroactive, like a story people used to care about. That's why Khloé Kardashian's no-tag post hit so hard, because it signaled to everyone in the game. This Duchess title, it doesn't carry weight here. She's not untouchable anymore. She's not immune to the rules. She's not above the grind. And that reality, that shift in power is perhaps the harshest part of her transition from monarchy to media. Because unlike the royal family, Hollywood won't protect your image out of tradition. It won't bow to your lineage. It doesn't care about your palace past. It only asks one thing. What are you doing right now that makes you impossible to ignore? And Meghan hasn't had a compelling answer to that question in a very long time. The brutal truth? The Kardashians don't need Meghan. She needs them. They've built billion-dollar empires. She's selling wine. They're turning lip kits into empires. She's chasing tags. That's not power sharing. That's imbalance. And in Hollywood, imbalance kills collaboration. In Hollywood, rejection rarely arrives with a press release. It arrives through silence. And in Meghan Markle's case, that silence was deafening. No statements, no damage control, no polite thanks, but no thanks. The Kardashians didn't ghost her in private. They dismissed her in public by doing exactly nothing. And for Meghan, that nothing screamed louder than any controversy. Because when the most powerful influencer family on earth receives your hand-delivered luxury gift basket and collectively chooses to pretend it never happened, it's not just a passive snub. It's a calculated one. A rejection issued not with malice, but with indifference. And in this industry, indifference is fatal. Criticism at least keeps you in the conversation. Silence removes you from it entirely. It tells the world you're not worth our engagement, not even as a headline, not even as drama. And for Meghan, who once commanded global attention by simply stepping out of a car, this was a brutal downgrade. She went from commanding news cycles to not even making it into an Instagram caption. That silence didn't just hurt emotionally, it had ripple effects across the entire entertainment and brand ecosystem. Other influencers noticed, other celebrities took note, and suddenly, the risk of publicly associating with as ever felt too high. If Meghan couldn't get a Kardashian cosign, what did that say about her influence? About her brand's momentum? About her place in the new Hollywood hierarchy? Brands, managers, agents, they're always watching. And what they saw was clear. Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, had just been subtly but powerfully demoted. Not officially, not publicly, but reputationally, quietly, completely. Worse still, her team tried to spin it. They whispered to press insiders that the no-tag moment was intentional, part of a low-key rollout to generate organic buzz. But anyone in the influencer world saw right through it. Because in that world, a tag is the point. That's the handshake, the link, the currency. You don't spend months designing a photogenic product, coordinate delivery to the Kardashians, and hope they don't tag you. That's not strategy. That's salvage. The truth? Meghan sent that basket hoping for a public nod, any nod, from the most visible family in American media. And when she didn't get it, the silence became a spotlight of its own. A bright, harsh spotlight that illuminated just how far she's fallen from grace. It told us everything, that Meghan's not part of that world, that she's not moving in those circles, and that no one in those circles felt obligated to even fake a connection. And that's the real wound. Because in celebrity culture, the biggest insult isn't being mocked or attacked, it's being ignored. To the Kardashians, as ever, wasn't worth a post. To Khloé, Meghan wasn't worth a tag. To Hollywood, Meghan isn't moving the needle. The woman who once claimed she was silenced by the crown now finds herself genuinely muted by an industry that runs on volume. Because when the noise dies down and the buzz disappears, and even the desperate spin doesn't catch fire, you're not trending. You're invisible. And in the influencer economy, invisibility is death. She once had the world's attention. Now, she's clinging to validation from influencers who didn't even say her name. This wasn't just a bad weekend. It was a turning point. A flashing sign that Hollywood sees Meghan, not as a star, but as a spectator. And in this game, spectators don't get deals. Meghan Markle's career was once built on prestige. Now it's built on hope. A hope that someone, somewhere, might tag her brand. She tried to play the Kardashian game, but instead of joining their empire, she exposed the cracks in her own. Because in Hollywood, you don't rise by association, you rise by relevance. And for Meghan Markle, time is running out.